Most likely to make you pull Excalibur.
Hello, my name is
The showcase is cooked.
I am the co-CEO of Eclipse Glow Games and the game director of Tides of Annihilation. Tides of Annihilation tells a story inspired by Arthurian legend. However, we did not want simply to reproduce the existing mythology of King Arthur in its entirety. We wanted to approach it from the perspective of Chinese developers and transform it into a fantasy game. Although
Where's the Arthur?
based on Arthurian legend, the entire story has been
Arthurian
reinterpreted from
legend.
our perspective as developers.
Gwendolyn's background is one of the main elements.
We all know what
of the
that
game
means.
story, so I can reveal a little about who she is at the beginning.
Yeah.
At the start, Gwendolyn is an ordinary person from the modern world who becomes caught up in the disaster caused by an invasion from another dimension. As a modern person, she's thrown into a hostile and malicious other world. While she's there, she receives encouragement from her companions and gradually grows into a commander capable of leading the knights.
Use it to command your spectral knights.
We wanted to present a point at which the game has settled into a relatively stable rhythm, and the combat systems are being used more fully. As a result, the section being shown takes place around the middle of the game, and features a relatively high level of combat intensity.
I like how transparent they are with that. So these are cutscenes, right? Yeah.
Combat is at the heart of the experience, because this is ultimately an action game. We want
Okay.
as many players as possible to experience the enjoyment of action games when they play it. For that reason, we have carefully refined the combat system. This includes the knight system, which gives players access to a greater variety of character builds. Players can combine these elements to create many different combat styles.
The concept we developed is something I call the dual frontline battle system. This system allows
The dual
the
frontline
attackers to
battle
work
system.
alongside the knights she summons, working together with them in battle. I wanted to introduce more companions into combat, so that the player would no longer feel alone and would have the sense that other characters were actively supporting them. Our game is primarily an action-adventure game, so it has two central elements. The first is, of course, combat.
Okay.
The other is exploring and adventuring through another world. The adventure side of the game also builds on the important feature of
I like the animation of opening the box there.
During exploration, the knights
It's
are
fast, it's
antagonists
quick,
with
and
a
it's
wide range of
logical, you know.
abilities and assistance. The main purpose of exploration is ultimately to support the combat experience. At its core, combat remains the game's most distinctive feature. Exploration gives
GTA
players
6
resources,
Lucia
room for
Plo-
error, and a wide
Plo-
variety of
Prologue
builds to
leaked.
discover and develop.
Oh my god.
To give an example of how the knights fight, we currently have the main knight, Bedivere. His design is centered on speed and fluid connectivity, allowing players to perform combinations easily and smoothly. He therefore has linked light and heavy attacks. Palamedes, the first knight, is primarily built around charged attacks, so the player has to recognize and take advantage of the right opportunities. And K, the time knight, needs to deploy time bombs at crucial moments. These can interrupt enemy attacks and also temporarily stop time. Each of our knights has therefore been carefully designed. We wanted each knight to feel different to control and to offer the player a distinct kind of enjoyment.
Is this like the Naruto system for the helpers inside the game? Like your ally?
This is the first time we're formally introducing the knight Lancelot. He's a very important character within the game's story, and he also has a highly distinctive presence during combat. He can closely follow Gwendolyn's movements and perform coordinated attacks with her, creating the feeling of a sword dance between the two.
With Tides of Annihilation, our hope is that our first project as a studio will be recognized by players within the action game genre. We hope that, in the eyes of players, our finished work will be considered a worthy and accomplished action-adventure game.
As for when the game will be completed, I think we simply need to continue working harder so that we can finish it and bring it to players as soon as possible.
Thank you all for your interest.
So the game, there's no game release date
We
yet?
sincerely hope
Ah, it is what it is. I guess not anytime soon then.
Shout out to Eclipse Glow Games for the insight on Tides of Annihilation, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
Alright, eyes up if you like co-op games, as we have some exciting news to share about the latest entry in the We Were Here series.
Dead to the laser.
Based detective game where knowledge. Kinda. Nope. Not a dog.
I don't know why, but I just hate first-person games, you know. I don't hate them, I just don't find them interesting, you know. And what? Haven't we noticed something? Why is literally, look, every game that we saw so far had almost half of them. Okay, not every them. Half of the games we saw so far all had like the female character as the protagonist. Like we're not seeing Tides of Annihilation, this other game, Resonance. Like what the? I haven't seen a single male character so far that's the main character in any of these games.
Special power clamp that
It's either the character is mute, so it's not a human, or it's either it's a girl. Like, why is there no men? Like, look, these characters are mute, you know. We can't tell their gender there. Let's skip. Nah, slop, up, wait. What's that? Okay, that looks kind of cool, but it's a 2D game, unfortunately. Don't like those. Whoa.
Drive, fly, and run. A cozy adventure where you take over your missing uncle's delivery firm and drive, fly, and run deliveries together with your trusty sentient motorist.
It's another one of those cozy games. Okay. I don't really get what's fun about this. If you're not killing anything in a game, I think the game is missing something. Escape. I'm only here for third-person games, okay? Third-person games where you kill stuff without a gun. Whoa. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Holy shit. Gaddafi came? What the? Who said that? That's low-key funny.
Rise through the ranks of the Ratmen in Warhammer Age of Sigmar Deathmaster, which is coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
Now, fair warning for all you horror fans out there, this next game is no joke.
That's right, Ritual Tides is set on a remote...
Oh, it's no joke. Oh, we're scared. Oh, no. You scared the shit out of us.
Pain have put together one...
Bro, they should just kick this girl out. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, whatever it takes. Count me in.
Oh my god. Nah, that's the worst presentation I've ever seen for a game. Come on. The problem is the game might actually be good, you know.
Where am I?
Well, you didn't die. How very interesting. Please, come. Join us.
Oh, look, they're pretty nice, you know. Serving you milk.
Thanks, Walter.
We have a lot
Ew.
to discuss.
Skip. That's not impressive.
Ritual Tides is...
Watch our final trick.
Oh,
Joy.
Oh. Oh. Wait, is that a co-op game? Oh, so it's basically like Lethal Company, right? Escape from Playtime. Wish it's not coming soon on Steam.
Experience the Poppy Playtime universe from a new perspective in Escape from Playtime, a co-op survival horror game where you play as a crew of misfit toys.
hit that wishlist button and tell your friends, because Escape from Playtime is coming soon.
I think I skipped too much. Might have missed something.
For all the follow-up intel. I'm Nick Apostolides.
And I'm Angela San...
I didn't miss shit. Crimson Moon.
I'm Nate. What? It's got me to be on yours as well. There's plenty more where that came from though. So over the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to bring you brand new trailers, gameplay deep. You are simply not ready for.
You real...
Perfect set. Crowded. Chaotic. Concealed. Learn very early where to stand. When life forgets,
Can we get to the gameplay?
Blackwood Act 1 has come to PC on September 16th, so wishlist it now. Tell you something, oh no, again.
Oh, wait.
Yes. Well, that was lovely. That was really good. Well done, well done, mate. Well done.
That's the game we've been waiting for, guys. That's our game here. Womberg? Bro, check that out. Bruh. He took his weapon and smashed him with it. Crimson Moon. Not much details, only gameplay.
The piece itself had to take out a restraining order against it. That was Crimson Moon, and you and a friend can crush, stab, and obliterate every.
I'm not gonna lie, the gameplay wasn't that impressive.
We only have a few hours off to sleep every night.
Where's the creativity, guys? Like, there's nothing creative here. What the hell?
Take a most. As you can.
The Matsuri Festival is right around the corner. Because whatever goes down, whatever choice you make, you can't go back. You have to live with it. Because the company believes in ownership culture. See you on board, dude.
Creativity is dead, boys.
Right.
Oh, it's a severed arm. This is a part. We need. So you can.
Viking Dynasty is not. Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Well, Dennis. So.
Know how to wake up.
This.
Wait. Let me see what's. Yeah, I'm not seeing much here. I'm not gonna lie.
I am so in. This is Navalis Nights.
Much, but it's a start. Ava will look after you. She knows which docks have the best fish, which streets have the best stories.
They say you die twice. Once when your heart stops, and once when you're forgotten. So, tell me, how will Navalis remember you?
And you can cook up a cyberpunk storm when the Valis Nights comes to. You're working, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? You can play a
minutes.
I guess
Hell. Network. Upgrade.
Drives.
You've seen this one.
you're gonna have to do some serious game with the state reveal with a screen. Don't delete it.
And it's over. Yeah. Yeah, nothing impressive, to be honest, guys. Nothing to watch there. Hacking a city council? Let's get domain.
Titanus? Titan? No.
This is gonna sound like a really weird metaphor to make, but do you know what?
It's been announced, but I was fortunate enough to get a chance to play it early and get.
Some game engines are simply a cut above the rest. One such engine is Decima. Now, usually this is the part where I explain why it's so good, but do I really need to? Because holy shit. The Decima engine was developed internally by Guerrilla Games. Because of this, the very first game to use Decima was Killzone Shadowfall back in 2013, a launch game for the PlayStation 4. At the time, it was very impressive graphically and still holds up today. Following this, the engine was used for Horizon Zero Dawn before being licensed out to Kojima Productions to use for their game, Death Stranding. Then, of course, the sequel, Horizon Forbidden West, was the true glimpse into what the engine could really do, offering spectacular graphics with excellent performance. Similarly, the updated remaster of Horizon Zero Dawn brought the PS4 game up to par with Forbidden West graphics. Now, Death Stranding 2 is the most recent showcase of Decima engine and what it can do, and is the first game exclusive to the PlayStation 5 that uses Decima. So, let's talk about this engine in more detail. The visual fidelity this engine can achieve is hard to believe. From breathtaking vistas to minute details on textures, the environments in Death Stranding 2 and Forbidden West are simply incredible. The in-game character models are highly detailed, and the facial animations are some of the best in the industry. Aside from pure graphical fidelity, how this engine handles texture loading and texture details are extremely impressive. Specifically, the level of detail and how textures load in are nearly flawless. While other engines may suffer from textures popping in or not loading correctly, Decima handles it incredibly well. Yes, you can see textures loading in when looking very far in the distance, but it does not get much better than this. However, graphics are only half the conversation, because even though games using Decima are some of the best looking in the industry, the game still needs to perform well. When it comes to other engines, they may put out incredible visuals, but there are often compromises, usually in the form of lackluster performance or heavy upscaling. With Decima, that's not the case. Let's use Death Stranding 2 as an example. The performance mode on the base PlayStation 5 is 1440p while maintaining a steady 60 FPS, and it looks magnificent. The quality mode, on the other hand, is 4K and maintains 30 FPS. Not to mention the PS5 Pro version of the game also performs just as good at a higher graphical fidelity. No matter what graphics mode you choose, all these current-gen Decima games solidly maintain their FPS targets. And the most impressive feat is that all of this is being accomplished in breathtaking open worlds. It's hard enough for modern linear games to look and run well,
So this all goes to show just how much Decima is on another
Yeah, but
level.
can
Of
we...
course, these developers and teams are talented and are clearly utilizing Decima to its potential, but at the same time, it shows just how impressive this engine is.
Can we talk about what kind of games are developed with Decima, though? Because from what I've seen so far, like, none of them are action games.
The engine is not only powerful, it is also versatile. Whether it's an open world landscape, a dense forest, or a tight enclosed area, the engine maintains consistently great visual quality and detail. That Guerrilla Games got Forbidden West to look and run as good as it did on PS4 is hard to believe. But they did, and will achieve exceptionally impressive reflections.
My god, that looks beautiful. Look at that.
Will achieve exceptionally impressive reflections, shadows, and complex details and effects while maintaining its FPS targets. Then there are the load times. The load times for current-gen Decima games are insanely fast, and Death Stranding 2 may have the quickest load times I've ever seen, with them being nearly instant. Though the console's SSD is what allows the quick loading to exist, the game engine itself still needs to be compatible and correctly utilized in order to load.
I want to see Fable. I haven't seen Fable. They said there's new gameplay. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's watch this, boys.
Hi there, I'm Connor Cross, Art Director at Playground Games, and today I'm excited to show you a brand new gameplay demo of Fable.
Holy. Okay.
In this demo, we're going to show you an early quest in the game. You'll see cinematics, exploration, choices, and combat. Exactly how you'll experience it when we launch next year on February 20th.
Wait, they actually changed the character.
It takes place against the magnificent
No
backdrop of
way.
Albion's capital city, Bowerstone.
There is absolutely no way. They changed the face of the character. People were saying that the face looks so ugly
Is home to over
that the company had to change it.
population. Fable's handcrafted, fully voiced
Oh my god.
NPCs. They all have their own jobs.
I'm not gonna lie, now I prefer the previous face. The older face was better.
And you can interact with every single one of them.
You can interact with every character in the game?
Bowerstone is huge, with over 130 homes and more than 30 businesses to be found across the city. And you can buy them all, if you have the gold. And of course, you can go inside all of them. I'm currently in the Market District, which, as the name implies, is full of businesses. If you're interested in checking
I don't know, I feel like the game is lacking more NPCs here. It's kind of empty. The city should be a little bit more live, I think.
your appearance, Crown Hairdressers is over on the right. And up on the left, we have Stitch Please, Butterfield Market's high-end tailors.
The city seems too quiet, you know, for a city. It's quite interesting how they use flowers here. Like, there's a lot of flowers everywhere.
This isn't my first visit to Bowerstone. In fact, I've been quite busy between heroics. I've already purchased a home and started a family. I've done some shifts at the bakery to make gold. And I've helped out a few of the locals, as there are many people in Albion in need of a hero. Let's go and check in on my family. This handsome chap is Elliot, my spouse.
Looking good, darling.
He has his own job, hobbies, routine, and memory. Like the
Yeah, okay, and he's
most
flirting
situation,
too.
He's
Ah.
not scripted set dressing. He has emergent behavior powered by real-time systems.
Oh, by real-time systems? Like, you mean AI systems? Okay, that's
He
interesting.
lives here with me and our daughter Daisy.
Where did babies come from?
Homes come in many different shapes, sizes, and prices, and all of them are richly detailed and full of life.
So glad I married all of that.
Right, back to our story. So far, I've been searching for the Heroes Guild, the traditional home of heroes in Albion.
Again, why is the main character a girl again?
Who've been turned to stone by Isabel, the mysterious hero in a red cloak.
None of the Fable games had a female character as the main character.
Recently acquired a key from my adoptive brother, Connor.
All right, Con. Let's try this key.
home of the legendary guildmaster Humphrey the Golden.
Why is it so empty?
Mother? Can I get a large beer, please? Thank you.
A large beer. Right.
As the saying goes, never meet your heroes.
This'll do.
Throughout your adventure, you'll be faced with choices, some of which are huge, world-changing decisions. Others are smaller, but all of them have consequences. The key thing to remember is that every choice can get you a reputation.
Okay.
You took it bloody tough. All right. Hero. Yeah, of course you are.
I need your help.
Now I'm finished. Guild's closed.
My nan used to tell stories about you. She said,
If you're some kind of mega fan, I think I've still got some merch out the back. Got shields with my face on. Sort of tabard things.
she's trapped. They all are. My whole village. There was a woman in red. She could have been a hero.
You're a hero.
The fuck is he paying?
And what about you? You're being evicted. You gonna tell me what happened?
The
I'm
fuck?
not particularly proud of it, but I ran up a few debts. I don't like to talk about that. I reached out to a local sculptor in town, commissioned him to capture my image in a roaring marble. Anyway, I don't know what I did wrong, but the guys wouldn't pay me in the end. I did what anyone would do, and I went down to Ronnie's place.
You lost the Heroes Guild on a bet. It's fine. I'll get it back. And your gold.
You're not listening. I meant what I said. I'm done.
I'm not doing it for you.
So, I'm off to get the guildies back from Ronnie and her gang, the Slits. Fortunately, I don't have to go far before I run into them. And we're about to meet Billy, part-time playwright, full-time orphan, who's bringing Humphrey her latest script.
What's going on here?
Oh my gosh, a new hero. Mind if I take notes?
Keep your nose out, mate. Slick Ronnie sent us. She wants all golden balls evicted, and we're happy to oblige.
This doesn't need to get violent.
Whoa, giving villains a chance to save themselves? So heroic.
Wrong. Ronnie owns those deeds now. Legally, the guild's hers. So that means you're trespassing.
Okay.
We're safe. Take one. Got it. It's all so real.
Okay. Nice combat.
Are you pissed?
Okay.
Whoa, actual dying? Take on him.
Nice, nice. Good shit.
Whoa, that was so authentic. You're the real deal. And I thought I'd read up on all the heroes. So which one are you?
I'm the hero of Bry Hill.
I don't know where that is, but I bet they're proud of having you as the hero.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, right. I have Mr. Golden's script. It's the first step of my 3-step plan. Write the musical, get Mr. Golden to star in the musical, make Mr. Golden happy again.
Best of luck with it. Wait, what were the other options?
Thanks, hero.
Hang on.
Mr. Golden happy again.
You're not very smart, are you? He's lucky to have you looking out for him.
Best of luck with that.
Thanks, hero. You didn't like the first 4 drafts, but I think I've nailed the 5th. Anyway, I bet you have some hero business, so I'm just gonna wait here for Mr. Golden. He has to come out eventually.
Billy will show up again later in our story, but I've got deeds to recover. Before I do, I have a skill point to spend. You earn these throughout the game as you progress through quests and explore the open world. Here's a brief glimpse of our skill tree, where I'm going to spend my skill point on Blades, a spell which is great for crowd control. I'll equip it now. As you've seen, you never know when you'll end up in a fight.
Okay.
I'm also able to upgrade my weapons with new combos and abilities using special
So you
magical gems known as will
you'd have that like in
which can be
the
found across the world.
in his arsenal. That was in the bottom right, right?
Is in Copperbottom, home of Bowerstone's working class. It suffers from poverty and unemployment, and it's very cramped and crowded. So I'll use my wisp to help us navigate there.
Whisk me away on your knees!
If I had time, I could head into the Painted Prince, a tattoo parlor. In Fable, you can choose how you look, but it's your actions that determine what people think about you. If you wanted, you could even influence the economy in this area.
Oh.
Begs the question, what type of hero do you want to be?
What's up, hero?
Here we are, Ronnie's pub, the poorhouse. I'll ask around and see if there's a way to get those deeds back. Or what?
What do you want? Best not be a beer.
Well, the barmaid's clearly not a fan.
Anyone seen my ransom note practice? Oi, you got business with Ronnie or what?
You tell me. I have
You
actually.
tell me.
Ronnie or what?
What are the options? I'm hoping to get an appointment.
You tell
Okay.
me.
Me? To tell you? I think that's a bit above my pay grade, pal. That's the big dog on the door. Where's Ronnie's schedule?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Or not. We're the slicks. We don't care about manners. Any feedback for me, by the way? I'm on a work experience placement. If I don't make it here, I've got to slum it with the Oakshire gangs, you know?
You come out.
Here, I've got to slum it with the Oakshire gangs, you know?
You come off really tough. Try swearing more, asshole. Arsehole. I don't think you're cut out for this.
Try swearing more, arsehole.
Blimey! I could give it a shitting go. Cheers, hero.
Great, I got the info we need, and I was able to give him some very useful advice in the process. Let's hope that helps him out.
You lost, hero?
What? I'm here to see Ronnie. Good for you.
Boss ain't really taking on new clients right now. You got an appointment.
We're on the clock, so this time I'll pay to get through. Although, you can approach this obstacle in a bunch of ways, depending on how you want to play.
Can't you look the other way?
For that amount of coin, I'll look whichever way you tell me to, mate. Why don't you go on through, eh? Make yourself at home, but not too at home. No touching the boss's stuff. She'll be with you shortly. If I had the guild deeds, where would I stash them?
Our hero is nothing if not resourceful.
True, true. Okay, we got lock picking. Alright.
Right. Better get this back to the guild. Stray too far
Oh,
from
yo.
Daddy, hero.
Alright.
Let me guess. You're lost.
Had a few.
Let me guess. You're lost.
Let me read them. Okay. Had a few too many pints actually. I've come to take back the guild deeds. What's it to you? Okay.
Had a few too many pints, actually. You smug git. That's quite funny. I tell you what though, it takes stones robbing for me in my own poorhouse. Humphrey used to be like that, back in the day, before he shit the bed and fell apart. Not that I haven't enjoyed watching the guild slowly bleed out.
I'm going to be.
Oh, you'll slowly bleed out.
I'm going to be the one to save the guild. So what? You're a nobody? You're bleeding out next. Oh!
Well, you're bleeding out next.
Hey yo!
Now you're speaking my language.
This hero causing you grief, boss.
Nothing you lot can't sort out. Humphrey should have warned you not to fuck with me, hero. Bit late now.
Alright.
Sort them out. Where's your cat now?
Nice combat, nice combat. Whoa!
Our new spell.
Holy shit!
Great for crowd control.
Oh my god, look how many people here. Okay, so you have it at the RT Arsenal there.
I'm currently playing
Ouch.
on Legend mode, one of our harder difficulties, which is for players who want a more demanding combat challenge, and I'll need to make use of all the tools in my arsenal if I want to succeed. Tools that include new spells, abilities, weapons, and upgrades, all of which combine to create a loadout tailored to how you want to deal with combat encounters.
Nice, nice. I love the switching between the weapons there, like it's quick. The attacks are quite slow though. I feel like the enemy's attacks should be a little bit faster. If this is legend mode, then it's a little bit too easy. I think they should make it a little bit harder. By harder, I don't mean more health, more power. No, need more combat, maybe speed, something. I don't know. Maybe the enemy would pull out more moves or be able to use some more spells. You know, that'd be much cooler. Bro, look how easy that shit is. Whoa! His head didn't fall.
Now I've got the guild deeds, I need to get them back to Humphrey. Hopefully that'll shake off his hangover for long enough.
If this was Baldur's Gate, the head would fall down.
Time for that today.
That's what I
So
know,
I've shown you
okay?
Fable's style weaving combat and how you need to use your whole arsenal to deal with enemies on different difficulties. We saw new spells in action and unlocked one from the skill tree. I met Humphrey and recovered the guild deeds. We saw how even the
I like the game so far though, not gonna lie.
and build your wider reputation.
Looks very
We've explored
vibrant.
a small slice of
Nice
Palestine,
change pace.
but there is far more of the city still to discover, and beyond its borders, in the wide world of Albion, where each choice shapes your journey. Reputation is everything.
Nice. That's a nice teaser. I'm not gonna lie.
Fable launches February 23rd, 2027. Cannot wait for you to play.
February. Okay, it's not January. Oh man, that's gonna be a. Oh my God, that's gonna take some time. Six months from now. I don't know if I can wait that long. Yeah, hopefully they're cooking something good. Looks great. One criticism: even if that enemy character have hyper more. What? Hyper armor. I think it will be visually interesting for at least they're close to react to player attacks. What? Or any kind of physical feedback. Oh, just like yeah. Like blood, you mean, and stuff. Yeah, I think yeah. I think that's the case too. They should have some reaction on their clothes, right? Some blood maybe, but I don't think this game is like a bloody game. I feel like it would be better if it was. Yeah, if you could just like the last attack, if the head falls down, that would look more interesting, you know, more realistic. And if the whole their whole bodies were bloodied, you know. Yeah, I guess that would be more interesting. This video game footage. Actually hyped. Yeah, I am hyped. This is the second most hyped game for me. Oh yeah, this is interesting.
Is Xbox's expert on the next generation of new tech. Now I think I prefer him by his other title, Master of Beards, none other than Jason Ronald himself. Welcome, Jason. How are you?
I'm great, and I'm so excited to be here at Gamescom. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, of course. You've been to quite a few now. Is this number 10, right?
Yeah, you know, I love coming to Europe, and, you know, not only is it Europe, but Germany is so important to everything that we do. And so, it's, as you said, it's a really exciting year here for Gamescom, and we have so much going on. You know, last night at Opening Night Live, we showed a new set of footage for Gears of War, which I'm super excited to play in October. You know, we announced our partnership with CD Projekt Red to bring The Witcher 3 to Battle.net. But ultimately, for me, the thing that makes Gamescom so special is just the fans and the community. You know, this is what has made Xbox special, and just to be here in Germany, to celebrate with the community and all of these great creators, it's just such a great time to be at Xbox.
You're so right. We've got a lot to celebrate tonight at FanFest as well. Looking forward to that.
Exactly. You know, FanFest is one of my favorite things to do, especially started here in Cologne, and it's just going to be great to spend time with fans tonight.
100%, can't wait. Now, speaking of the fans and also the community, there's a lot of players that take obviously great pride in their gaming collection, especially here in Europe. We know that Xbox players have stacks of physical games. I like to organize mine alphabetically and have a couple of collector's edition Doom, Slayer and Master Chief looking down, guarding all my precious loot.
Yep.
But there has been a lot of conversation lately around ownership and also rights to the game.
Okay, here we go.
So Jason, what do you make of it all?
Yeah, very similar to you. Like, I have a large physical collection. I have my own collector statues. So today we're announcing we're bringing a new feature to bring all of the benefits and the flexibility of digital to players who have physical games.
All right.
Because players have built their libraries of games with Xbox over the last 25 years. Many players, some have bought physical discs, some have bought their games digitally, and many of these games work across multiple generations. And even as technology changes and formats change, your library shouldn't. You know, we have so many special memories tied into our libraries, you know, the moments you played with your friends, and we want to be able to bring those forward, and that's really about our commitment to game preservation.
I mean, that sounds great. I really love the idea of your libraries moving forward with us, but can you maybe walk me through it a little bit? So, again, I've got a physical game copy on my shelf at home. What do I actually do with it?
Yeah, it's really, really simple. So most Xbox One and Xbox Series X titles support this. So all you have to do is just put the disc into your console.
Okay.
You'll be prompted to redeem a digital license, and that digital license will be tied to your account. And so now you get all of the benefits of digital. So you don't have to put the disc into your console to play the game. If the game supports Xbox Play Anywhere, you can easily play it across multiple screens. And you can even do things like cloud streaming, which you never were able to do previously from a physical disc.
Wow, I mean, that sounds
Okay,
sick.
that's some good shit. That's based.
You mentioned just then about supporting...
So they're giving us more
What do you mean
reasons
by that?
for why we should keep buying physical games.
It will add more over time. And this is part of why we're launching it with the Xbox Insider.
That's
so that
based.
you can start collecting feedback, and you'll see improvements over time. But this is really just, when you think about working with thousands of games across 25 years of Xbox, very similar to how we brought the original Xbox games to PC. We're just really focused on giving you more flexibility and giving you more ways to play the games that you've bought from Xbox over many years.
Hats for that.
Sounds like a lot of ways to play. And with this new feature, nothing's being taken away here, right?
No, not at all. Your physical discs continue to work as they always have.
Okay.
You can display them with your collector's editions and just celebrate your collection. And it's really about adding more flexibility and providing more choice for you as a player.
That is smart, but like, let's talk about the bigger fish in the room, you know, or the bigger elephant.
I've got a game or quite a few that I would never ever want to get rid of. And as we approach Xbox's 25th anniversary, what are you hoping that players take away from this?
Yeah, for 25 years, players have invested in Xbox, and the players have really been what have made Xbox special. And so we're really focused on how do we honor that as we think about the next 25 years of Xbox. And so we just really view this as another step in making sure that your library is protected. It can move forward with you as technologies and formats change. And we're going to continue to invest in game preservation and adding new capabilities just to make sure that your library continues to get better as technology evolves.
Oh my gosh, sounds awesome, and also very exciting as well. Well, Jason, thank you so much for joining us and sharing that with us today. And for Xbox Insiders, this feature begins rolling out next week on August 31st,
Okay.
with more details available on Xbox Wire.
Yeah, that's based. That's based. I'm not gonna lie, that's based. I mean, here's my previous take on this.
Propose a solution that's good for both sides. Okay, here's the full plan. Wait, what?
So-
no discs, no buy. The only swing Sony is doing is swinging to rob you blind and then sell it back
And this is what Sony's doing on the other hand.
to you. I'm going. I mean, look, guys. Regarding the
And he still didn't touch on the digital games thing, you know. He only like talked about he only talked about like the physical discs that you already have. I feel like the bigger problem is not in that, you know. The bigger elephant in the room is if we buy digital games, okay, then what? That's the issue. It's not the physical games. The physical discs are already sorted out. You know, there's no issue with physical discs. The issue is with, okay, once we buy digital games, do we actually own the game or not, or do we just own a license, or to play the game until whenever the creator of the game wants to turn it off? That is the bigger fish in the room, and he still didn't address that. So the only 7 masterpieces ever made. You know what? Let's watch this video.
Masterpiece. Game of the year? Yeah, that's a masterpiece. 10 out of 10 on IGN? Gotta be a masterpiece. Did it make you go, wow, even a single time? Safe to say, it's probably a masterpiece. I'm guilty of this too. I made a PB&J the other day and called it a masterpiece. To be fair, I was right. But when everything is a masterpiece, nothing is. So allow me to overanalyze this imaginary problem by asking a question. If you had to take the thousands of masterpieces we currently have and reduce them down to the lowest possible number, just 7 games, what would those 7 games be? What game?
I can name them now. Okay. Firstly, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, this is the first masterpiece that was ever made. Skyrim. Okay, Baldur's Gate 3, Skyrim, Minecraft, Expedition 33. Those are 4. What else? I would say maybe probably Grand Theft Auto, the latest one, GTA V. Those are 5. We still got 2 more to go. A masterpiece, huh? Did I mention Elden Ring? Elden Ring is 1. Okay, so this is 6 out of 7. I wanna say, god damn, I've played many games. Okay, wait, there's plenty of games that come to mind. Wait, masterpiece, huh? I have not played The Witcher 3. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption, so I'm guilty of that, you know. What other games do we have? I don't know. Let's see.
Would you consider the 7 true masterpieces? Let's get some ground rules out of the way. First off, before you say it, no, this is not just a list of my personal favorite games. That list is on my Patreon, which you can join to help justify spending hundreds of hours on these videos. That's not to say this is some purely objective and perfect list. Believe me, there's plenty of personal bias in here by virtue of me being, well, a human. But I tried to stay as true to my methodology as I could. This task was practically impossible, and it only got more challenging the further down the rabbit hole I went. Eventually, though,
Monster
I was able to
Hunter?
come up with a methodology that feels as close to accurate as I can make it. So let's start.
I've not played Monster Hunter. It looks pretty good though.
And what am I prioritizing here? Well, I've done some research on masterpieces and narrowed it down to 7 essential attributes that make a game a true masterpiece. Think of these less like boxes to check and more like a single large bucket to fill. A game doesn't necessarily require all 7 attributes.
Colossus.